People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Now, people, we are in the start of November, and road takeaway has been about 387 so far. And we know, say, when December come, partying, festive season, things are going to turn up. However, add two more, possibly a third on the list. So make it 390. Based on information, it is said that at about 3:30 this morning, 2 JDF soldiers lost their life on Old Hope Road. Two others were also injured, and one is in critical condition. Now, people, this incident occurred at a place called Waterfall, right by the corner of Waterfall. I am a person that attended GSC on Old Hope Road. Since I've been going to high school, that place has always been a hot spot. That wall right there has been through many CRASHES. A lot of persons have lost their life. A lot of persons have been injured. Because persons are always speeding on that road. And whenever they get to that corner, they think that they should go straight. It is always a fatal error. Now, I don't know what it is that authority needs to do. Maybe they need to put some sorts of neon sign, some sorts of light, some sorts of signal, maybe about a couple of 100 meters away, and say, listen, crash hotspot, be very careful, do not dash away your life. Here's the thing, based on information, it is said that these youths, they were coming from some sorts of party. So people, you know, say, whenever you party, you start to consume Jerry and nephew, then the mind kind of get clouded. You start to see stuff. So therefore, your judgment won't be as sharp. And there has been many of people whose judgment, who made the same error. What does it take for this to change? Because people like me say, this has been going on for decades. The people that live at that house, they must be very paranoid whenever night comes. Because every month or so, it seems as if they have to build up at the wall again. Every month or so, some person is always drag racing, and people, me don't know if when you are drag race, you don't set out the course in which you are going to go and know. So listen, when we reach here, so we don't go straight, we go left. However, people, every day we get up, we see the same thing. And like them say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And until the mindset of these people, until they get out of this fully done state in which they are in, we are always going to see the same thing, because it seems as if they never learn. And people, like I've always said, who can hear, who can learn, them are going to feel. And sometimes when you feel, you're not going to feel no more. Your body are going to numb, toe tag, ice, point blank, and period. So the moral of the story is this. Look at these two faces, young youths. Look like them in an early 20. If them have good life, maybe early 30. However, people, them not live no sorts of life yet. And because of the wrong decision of one person, all four get injured. 2, maybe 3 is going to be DEAD. So let me ask a rhetorical question. When are these people going to learn that whenever you go out, make sure you have a designated driver that sticks to the rule and knows that him can drive because he is responsible for getting everybody home safely? When is people going to say to the person that is driving the car, yo brother, slow down. Yo BITCH, slow down. Away you want to take away fast. and people like them say speed KILLS, and in this case that is the case 2, maybe 3 times over, point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called a hard ears make for a soft ASS. Most importantly, respect goes a very long way. If you do not learn to respect people's property, people's things, it could be very problematic. Now, I am speaking about a video that I received a couple of hours ago. In this video, it is said to have taken place at a supermarket in Santa Cruz. Based on the information, it is said that the supermarket has a security guard. The security guard has the best interests of his boss, the supermarket that is. So therefore, they would not want anybody else to come and be selling some of the same thing that they are selling in the supermarket. Unless, of course, they give that person, those persons, authorization. However, we know that a lot of Jamaicans, they have zero respect for anybody else's property, intellectual property, anything. Them just feel as if everything is a free-for-all. So apparently, this vendor came and him set up shop, and the security through the management of the supermarket told him, say, listen, him can't sell there. Don't come back. This happened yesterday. This probably happened the day before. However, people, big, bad and bold, nobody can tell him anything. Mr. Tick man, him a go do what him feel for do because him have to eat a food, and of course, him have picnic, him have bills, him have responsibility. However, there are morals and ethics to everything, even eating a food. So anyways, them tell him don't come back yesterday. Him come back, set up shop again. Him and security in a big altercation. Cuss, turn physical. It is said that him rush the security. Security is smaller than him. However, security have what they call a tool, legal fire piece, which has something inside called a can. When that can clap you, now care how you big, we are talking about David and Goliath. So therefore, it is said that the security blaze up a couple upon him, lick him in his stomach, him turn on, lick him in his back. So people, I am going to let you hear what somebody that is close to the information has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Yes, everybody, good evening and good afternoon. The gentleman who got that, apparently he's dead enough. But what happened is he's a vendor in front of a supermarket. Now, he and the security guard had a disagreement from yesterday. And the security guard told him not to come and vend on the pizza anymore. But he returned today and still was vending. So he and the security got into an altercation inside of the supermarket, where he must have chucked the security and chucked him back, disarmed and shot him twice. He got shot in his side, and he turned around and got shot in his back as well.
So people, like me say, I understand say life hard. I understand say everybody have responsibilities and bills. However, there is a way that is right and there is a way that is wrong. Whenever you do things the wrong way and you violate people, and the person that you violate speaks to you decently, and then you come back the next day and you want the person do the same thing over and over again, and then you have that audacity to rush the person in all sorts of melee with the person, whatever you get, you truly deserve. And people, this is my disclaimer. Nobody should lose their life because of any sorts of misunderstanding. However, whenever somebody tell you something once, tell you something twice, and then you feel like you are not supposed to listen, you feel as if there is no sorts of rules or law, or those rules and law don't apply to you. You are going to learn the hard way. And people, in this case, that is the case. Point blank and period. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is a controversy that has been going on between the PNP and the JLP. And you know that when you talk about these two political parties, there is no sorts of love lost. They pretty much hate each other. Now the latest controversy pertains to one Everal Warmington. Everal Warmington made some sorts of comments a couple of days ago pertaining to the leader of the PNP, Mark Golding. In his comments, he was saying that Mark Golding is like a foreigner. Mark Golding was not born in Jamaica, so therefore Mark Golding cannot be the leader of Jamaica. He will never win. So people, I am going to let you take a look and hear from the horse's mouth directly, and then I am going to give my piece.
Where Mark Golding, Madam Fall come from? A man where from England. Prime Minister where? Jamaica? If he wants to be Prime Minister, go back to England, Ireland, Wales, and Scotland.
Now people, when we talk about Everal Warmington, we are talking about a person that is educated, however, dark like the dopey side of midnight. Dark and dunce, educated fool. Because the things that spew out of this man's mouth, you have to wonder, how did this man end up in a politics? How did this man end up in any sorts of leadership role wherein persons actually listen to him? Wherein sensible persons, whether it is JLP or PNP, that he was affiliated with or is affiliated with. How do they put up with him? However, people, when we check the background, run the genotype, we see that he is related to Portia Simpson. We see that he is one of those persons that is very outspoken. We see that he does not have any sort of filter on his mouth. And whenever he says anything that might be very controversial, instead of apologizing, instead of being the big man, he is going to be even the littler person, the littler man. He does not care. He has zero morals, zero ethics. However, whenever you have a party, whenever you have a set of leaders that facilitate the FUCKRY that other people do, there is not going to be any sorts of changes because these people feel as if they can get away with just about anything. Now people, we know that in this political war, people are going to say anything. They're going to use all sorts of psychs. They are going to do just about anything to stir up their followers, their sheep. So therefore, when he does stuff like this, he knows you have the other dark people that listen and are easily manipulated, kind of like the TRUMPSTERS back in America. So therefore, people, me just say, this man has been doing this for a very long time. This man's name is always associated with all sorts of passa, mix-up, controversy and drama. However, he is never held liable. He is not held responsible for anything that he says because he is going to always have the backing of his party. Now, people, the same thing for the JLP, the same thing for the PNP, vice versa. It is no different. So therefore, when you see the PNP them now saying that, listen, this man's comment is despicable. This man has no sorts of morals, no sorts of ethics. Whenever you see the National Integrity Organization or wherever them name come out and I say he should apologize, and you hear his leaders, his cumbalers making all sorts of excuse for him, we should not be surprised because people like me say, in Jamaica it seems as if there is a anything go policy. These people realize that they have immunity. These people realize that they can get away with just about anything. It does not matter how controversial, how CLASSISTRORRACIST it is. So pretty much they can say and get away with just about anything because who is going to sanction or reprimand them? Nobody. It is like the people that are making the rules and law are the persons that are breaking the rules and law mostly in Jamaica. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, no sorts of beating around the bush, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing, because that is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded persons like yourself. And last but not least, word to the wise. Whenever you are rising in life, there's always going to be a set of vipers. A set of vipers that see your potential. They see that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. However, because of their insecurity and mostly because of their hate, they realize that their ceiling is in the cellar, in the abyss of hell. So therefore, for them to feel as if they are up, they are going to do everything within their means to get or bring you down. Point blank and period.